Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Youth Zone with Sister Aurelia, and today we are discussing about the music and dancing that we choose. God built music into our surroundings, not just the clear flowing tones that springs from the throats of birds, but the gurgle of brooks, the whisper of the wind in the trees, the chirp of crickets, the croak of frogs, and the calls of many others of earth's creatures. All of these have musical sound in them. Not surprisingly, then, the development of musical instruments dates all the way back to the dawn of human history. Dancing too has an ancient history. In Israel, Moses' sister Miriam led the women with tambourines and in dancing. Also, after God helped King David defeat depraved enemies, the women began coming out from all the cities of Israel with a song and dances. It is evident too that Jesus Christ approved dancing, anyway, since he mentioned it as part of a proper celebration in his illustration about the prodigal son. Jesus spoke of a music concert and dancing being arranged when the prodigal son returned. The Bible shows that dancing was by individuals and or by groups of men or of women. We get that in Exodus chapter 15 verse 20, 1 Samuel chapter 18 verse 6, and then Luke chapter 15 verse 25. Does that mean that all music and dancing are necessarily good? Or do you need to be selective in the music you listen to and the dances which you might engage? What can help us determine? And how much does it really matter? I want us to talk about the choice in dancing. There is a wide variety of dances, from graceful waltzes to lively polkas. There are Latin American congas, rumbas, and sambas, also moregs, boguines, and bossa novas. Many of these have an African background. There is also rock and roll, as well as more recent dances. Is there a good reason why you might have objection to certain of these dances? There is if the dance arouses you sexually and brings a temptation to commit sexual immorality, it could cause you many problems. Ancient fertility dances, for example, were designed to incite sexual passions, and certain modern dances have been reminiscent of this. Some years ago, Time magazine observed, and I quote, "The twist at first was an innocent enough dance, but the young stars at a certain New York nightclub have revived the twist and parodied it into a replica of some ancient tribal puberty rites." Many dances in recent years have been variants of the twist. The dancers do not touch, but the hips and shoulders may gyrate in sexually suggestive ways. A young person's passions may easily be aroused by watching a body perform these gyrations. A girl, for example, may not think anything about it, simply being caught up in the moments of the dance, but she shouldn't ignore the effects on onlookers and on what they might think of her. As this letter to the editor of the New York Times magazine observes, let's hope that the young and not so young bodies of our twisters are lying, that their minds do not behave inside the way their pelvises and pectorals do outside. Even though you have no wrong motive, if you participate in such dances, you would be wise to consider the kind of attraction you may be to other young persons. For example, they are attracted to you on the basis of the sexual arousal they get from you, a type of arousal they can get from persons who dress in tight clothing and gyrate their hips and make various erotic gestures. Do you want to attract someone simply on that basis? Or do you want the kind of person who likes you for what you are, for the things that you feel are important in life, for your conversations? Are you interested in someone who takes pleasure in doing things for you, or only in what he can get from you? Even ballroom dancing, which emphasizes foot patterns accompanied by graceful movements of the body in which partners hold one another, may sometimes be sexually stimulating due to close physical contact. So if you participate in such dances considerately, recognize the possibility that your partner could be stimulated improperly, even though you may feel that it is not close enough for you to develop sensual pleasure from the dancing. It is a fact that most dances cannot be classified as either proper or improper. Many of them can be done either in decent, proper way, or in a way that violates the counsel of God's word, to behave in a clean, wholesome manner. Thank you very much for listening to our discussion about the music. But as we go on in this week, which we started today, we are going to be looking at the choice of music, the choice of dances, and how it may be helpful to us and what is good for us. Thank you very much and stay tuned. I remain Sister Aurelia on Youth Zone. Kindly subscribe if you haven't, like, comment, and share this video. What do you think about these dances? Bye bye and have a blessed